Hello, everybody. My name is Jocelyn Herrera-Hernandez, and I will be doing exercise 6 on 3D printing in Canada. So, what is 3D printing? So, 3D printing is a process that creates three-dimensional physical objects layer by layer from a digital design. Instead of carving an object out of a solid block of material, a 3D printer builds the object from the bottom up by adding material layer by layer. And 3D printing uses a process that involves three basic steps. The, the blueprint, which basically just starts with the digital 3D design that was created using the software or downloaded from the online database. And then the second step, which is the slicing. And it's basically just a special computer program that cuts the digital object into thousands of flat horizontal layers. And then lastly, but not least, the last step is the print, which it just reads. So the printer reads these layers and begins to create the object. Um, it says it that most common type of 3D printers acts like a highly precise robotic hot glue gun. It melts plastic or other materials as well, deposits it layer by layer and lets it instantly harden. There are very special types of 3D printers that do also metals, but that is not every single 3D printer. Those are really special and unique ones. So who is using 3D printing? So 3D printing is basically being used by everybody globally, not day to day, as most of our previous subjects, but it is still pretty commonly used. It is used in several fields of work such as construction, healthcare, and aerospace, and many other fields as well. Many of these fields use 3D printing for custom factory tools and to get some creative as well, because some schools also offer 3D printing, and as later mentioned, it will as later mentioned just for kids to have a bit of creativity with school projects and just in general. So why is Canada using 3D printing? So they are mainly using it just to help in several fields, accelerate prototype and reduce material waste. It is also used in fields like aerospace and automotive to help create lightweight and complex structural parts that will overall reduce the weight. It will also help reduce time to get said part accomplished, and sometimes special parts have to get shipped from exports and everything like that, exported, and have to get imports and everything like that. So this will definitely help reduce some of those times done. Hospitals also use 3D printing to help manufacture custom surgical guides, anatomical models, and patient specific implants. And lastly, it can also be used by consumers, again, of Canada by going to local printing hubs to produce custom crafts and on demand products. And and yeah. So where are 3D printing being used? So as previously mentioned, 3D printing is used globally. It is the more commonly countries that do use 3D printing are the United States, followed by China and Germany. But it is also used in Canada, and it is most commonly used in larger cities and more popular cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. It is used throughout several industries as well as public places that offer 3D printing, as previously mentioned, of course. So, why is Canada using 3D printing? So, it is usually for several reasons. For starters, Canada is using 3D printing to tackle pressing economic and industry challenges. By using additive manufacturing in sectors like aerospace, automotive, and medicine fields, it can reduce material waste, and also it helps solve like labor shortages in case they are experiencing that. And since they will be manufacturing within Canada's borders, they will also be able to lower transportation emissions as well and will help reduce that uh, time. So, how can 3D printing help with SDG issues? So, here are some of them that SDGs that it can help with. It can help with SDG 4, which is the good health and well being, by custom assistive devices, low cost prosthetics, and patient matched medical guides. It can also help with SDG 9, which is the industry, innovation, and infrastructure, um, rapid spare parts manufacturing to extend equipment lifespan and avoid long supply chains. And lastly, it can help with SCG 12, which is responsible consumption and production, basically just distributed. And it can help this issue by distributed on demand manufacturing and recycling loops, turning local plastic waste into print filament. And lastly, here are my two truths and one lie, which is 3D printing is used to make custom prosthetic limbs and medical models. 3D printing creates objects by building them one layer at a time, and every 3D printer can print with metal. Thank you so much for listening to my video. I really hope that this helped gain a better understanding of what 3D printing is and how it is used in Canada. Thank you so much.